What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Some. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Lifeline Expanse by Excite Audio. It is basically a multi-effects plugin that you can throw on anything. You can throw it on anything from guitars to vocals to drums to bells to 808s. You want to throw it on a flute? Throw it on a flute then. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Whoosh. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so when you open up the plugin, it is going to look like this. So it has a beautiful looking GUI. What I like about this is that it has 5 different modules, and a little different than other multi-effects plugins, you can actually move the modules around, which affects the way that obviously each module sounds. So when you're looking at it, you have format. Format is basically a bit crusher. All the effects have 4 different effects within there. So they have 4 different modes. So, you have a degrade, resample, flatten, and washed. And then another cool thing about this is that you can come down here to the bottom. And if you hit this advanced button, you get even more control. So you get control over a multi-band EQ. And then you can come over here and hit gain, and you can boost each one of those multi-band EQ levels as you move them around, which is a nice feature as well. And then you have each module will have different effects. So you have noise and smooth. When you have advanced, when you see crush and tone here, the 2 effects on the bottom are basically the 2 effects that are on the main page. So next you have dirt. Dirt is going to be your distortion / saturation. So you get 4 types of that. You got tube, tape, rectify, and fuzz. And then the same thing with advanced. You have drive and tone here. And then when you hit advanced, you have dynamic and smooth. Over here you have reamp. And reamp is basically modeling speakers. So, you have a device, you have a cabinet, you have monitors, and you have vintage. With this as well, you have an age knob. So with the age knob, you can control the age, so you can make it sound more vintage or you can make it sound more modern. You have a tone. With advanced, you have speaker placement, and then you have room size. So that's a nice little feature there as well. So then next up, we have width. Width is obviously your stereo image. So you have Haas, you have mid-side, detune, and mono. And then you have a few features here as well. So you have your balance, so you can pan it left to right, and then you have bass to mono. And then you have obviously stereo and tone down here at the bottom. And last but not least, you have space. We need some reverb up in this thing. So you have hall, plate, spring, and slap. And then when you go to advanced, you have basically your reverb settings. Then you also have this duck feature over here as well. So the duck feature is nice, obviously, because it ducks the reverb every time a new note plays, whether it's on your sample or you're using MIDI. Over here, you have in, you have out. Before I forget, you also have gain on each one of your modules. So you can turn up the gain on each individual module by turning this knob right here. When you look over here, you have your low cut and your high pass. So you got a filter. Then you have bypass and you have a smooth button. You can smooth it out. And then right here as well, you basically have a limiter button as well. So I made a little sample beat as always. On the sample beat, the only effect that I used was Lifeline Expanse, except for one instance of Shaper Box 2 and some bells, just because, I felt like it. So basically, again, I use this on everything from the vocal to the guitar, to the drums, to the synth, to the piano. I use Lifeline Expanse on everything. So this is basically what the beat sounds like. It's not mixed down, but let's go.
It's not too late. I hope it's not too late.
All right, guys. So that's basically the little beat that I put together for you guys. So let's go ahead and hop right into Lifeline Expanse. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to mute everything else, and we're going to go ahead and start here on this vocal. So basically, this vocal sounds like this without the Lifeline Expanse on there.
I just came to say, I just came to say, I hope it's not.
So pretty basic vocal. Now once we throw Lifeline Expanse on there though, it's going to sound like this.
I just came to say, I just came to say, I hope it's not too.
So it makes it sound completely different. So let's go ahead and go through some of the presets real quick. Cause like I said, there's a ton of presets, and you see you got presets from everything from basic to bass, buzz, creative, drums, guitar, keys, light, master, synth, vocals. I mean, you have everything. Then you can even favorite your favorite presets, and they'll go right here into this folder for you, or you can save your own user presets. So that's nice as well. So let's go ahead and check out some more of the vocal presets.
I just came to say, I just came to say.
That's so dope. It's super wide too.
I just came to say, I just came to say, I hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late. I just came to say, I just came to say, I hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late. I just came to say, I just came to say.
So as you can see there, it definitely has a bunch of different presets where you can get your vocals sounding nice, sounding unique. You can use it for vocal chops. You can use it for basically whatever you want. So next we're going to go ahead and hop over to the guitar. So I'm going to go ahead and play the guitar that I use for this beat. I used the same guitar on this beat twice, but I just threw the Lifeline Expanse plugin on there and used it differently to get two completely different sounds for the guitar. So this is what the guitar sounded like by itself without any effects on there. So pretty basic guitar. Now this is what it sounds like with the Lifeline Expanse on there. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and take it to the other guitar that I used, and I used it right here, and I used the effect differently. So let's go ahead and hop into that, and it sounds like this. So completely different. So we're going to go ahead and listen to a few of these guitar presets, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through some of these modules so you can kind of hear what they sound like. So basically, let's go ahead and check out some more of these presets. So as you can see, you get plenty different presets there. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to the default setting. And so with the default setting, it sounds like this. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and mess with some of this stuff. So as you're seeing here, let's go ahead and start here with the distortion. So as we mess with the distortion, you'll see it's got 4 different types. So we'll start with the tube. So as you can see, it's getting that distortion sound. You can come over here into advanced, and you can mess with the dynamics and the smooth as well. So that's pretty nice. The more you smooth it out, the more obviously it's going to be smooth. Let's turn this drive up. So now what we can do is we can turn on this effect right here, and we can actually mess with the EQ. So if you look at this right here, it's going to actually give you a visualization of your waveform as well. So you see how I just took out some bass and I took out some of the mids as well. Then you can come over here to effect and you can actually boost the gain of each band as well. So that's a nice feature as well. Now let's go ahead and mess with this this bit crusher over here. So now as we're looking at this, there's 4 different kinds of bit crushers. So you got degrade, resample, flattened, and wash. So let's just go ahead and turn this on and play with the knobs a little bit. So that sounds phenomenal already there on the guitar. But we can go ahead and come into advanced and mess with the settings a little bit more. So now we can add that with this dirt right here. It's a little aggressive. Let's go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. And then we're going to turn this gain down just a little bit on that one. So, you know, it sounds pretty good, or it sounds different, pretty unique. So then now over here you have reamp. And with reamp, what you can do with this is basically you're modeling different speakers. So let's go ahead and model a cabinet. So you can hear how it's giving it that different feel. Let's go ahead and switch it to something else like some monitors. So you see how the more I turn it up, it's making the speakers sound like the speakers are busted, like the monitors are busted. So again, you can just mess with different stuff. You can mess with the mic level, and you can mess with the signal as well. So that's pretty nice. And then next over here you have width. And with the width, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mess with this on this piano. So let's go ahead and open up this piano. This is what the piano sounded like without the Lifeline Expanse on there. So pretty basic piano, but once we throw the Lifeline Expanse on there, it sounds like this. Just adds so much more character to the piano. So let's go ahead and turn these down for just a second, and let's go just right to the width. So with the width, what's cool about this is I really like the detune feature. So let's go ahead and play this. So you hear how it's making it wide and it's kind of giving it that chorus effect that we all love. So let's go ahead and you can mess with the bass and you can mess with the balance here as well. And you can mess with, you know, the bands as well. So you can really affect that effect. And then the last thing that we have over here is this reverb. And with the reverb, you know, there's a few different reverb types. You have hall, plate, spring, and slap. When you get into the advanced menu, then you see obviously you have duck, you have pre-delay, size, stereo. And it's also nice that you can affect the EQ on the actual reverb. So that's nice too. You can shape that reverb. So you see how it's just changing the way the reverb sounds. You have this duck as well, so it'll duck the reverb every time a new note hits. And then you have pre-delay, obviously you have size, and you have stereo. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this on just a couple more things for you guys, just so that you guys can get a full feel of what this sounds like on different things. The next thing I'm gonna play it on, it's going to be this 808. So with this 808, the 808 basically sounds like this right here. Before I have the Lifeline Expanse put on the plugin, it's going to sound like this. Basic 808, but now let's throw this Lifeline Expanse on there. So it's got a bunch of different presets again for the 808 as well. So we can come on over here in the bass, and you know it's got the super fuzz. And you can always turn this back, dial it back a little bit. Or you can dial it back here as well. So it's nice. We'll go through a few more of the presets. See, this one's nice right here, this rolling on the ropes, because it makes it super wide. So it's pretty nice on 808s as well. I mean, any kind of multi-effect that you can use on all of your instruments is definitely something that I love. So next we're gonna go ahead and just play it on some drums real quick. So let me go ahead and pull up these drums. And these drums without the Lifeline Expanse on them sound like this. All right, so they sound super dry, but let's throw this Lifeline Expanse on there and see what they sound like. So it gives it a whole lot more life. So let's just go ahead and go through a few more of these drum presets so you can hear what they sound like. So let's hit this beach machine. We got the Geico Gecko kick. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Let's go. I like that. I like that preset a lot. Let's check out this simple width. So again, you can, use it on drums as well. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and let you hear what it sounds like on a synth. I'm just going to play it on this synth because I only put this synth in the beat so that I could use it in the demonstration, and it happened to work. So might as well, you know what I'm saying, let you guys hear what it sounds like on a synth. So this is what that synth sounds like without the Lifeline Expanse on it. So super basic synth, but this is what it's going to sound like with the Lifeline Expanse on there. And so there's a whole bunch of synth presets, obviously. So let's go ahead and hear what a few of them sound like. So this is another one. And as you guys can see, it's a very solid multi-effect plugin. I mean, any plugin that you can use on anything from vocals to 808s to guitars to drums to synths to you name it, you can use it on. It's definitely a solid plugin. Right now it is currently like 16% off at Plugin Boutique. So I believe it's like $49.99. It's typically $59.99, and I think that's to the end of the month. But again, it is a pretty solid multi-effect plugin. It might be worth checking out. I definitely like it. And there is a light version of the plugin as well. So you can obviously check that version out as well too. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.